Why? Because he has promised to the father to bring back Benjamin. It's okay, you let the lad go back to the father, and I will stay. I will stay. The purpose of all these things, we will see that in the parasha, because we have a shortcut. But when we go into the book of Yashar, you will understand there is Joseph's intention is only to bring Yehuda back to repentance. Because do not forget, who was the one who sold Joseph? Who was the one who sold Joseph?
Oh yes, so that is the main purpose of Joseph.
Yeah. It was Yehuda who sold Joseph to the Ishmaelites, to the Midianites. Yeah. So, and when when his brother Reuben came back to save the lad, he was no more. Okay. So this is after that they make the strategy to bring the coat and put it with blood and to bring to the father to tell him your son is dead. But they knew he's not dead. That's very interesting because the Judah today do not recognize Yeshua as Joseph, as Mashiach ben Joseph. It's interesting that the physical father from Yeshua was called Joseph. And here we have a Joseph, which is shadows of the Mashiach. We have many points. He's sitting at the right hand of the Pharaoh, yeah. And we will see the shadows in the portion. I will take the parasha which I wrote. I don't remember which. It's a long time ago because I think it's 2010 or. Yeah, we see. It's very important to understand. Okay, so I say here in the verse 44, 27. He said, you know that my then Yosef, my father said to you, you know that my wife bore me 2 sons. Now I see, now we have Joseph, which is a picture of Mashiach. He recalled to Yehuda that Benjamin, assimilated Jew, also they are Jew by assimilation, come before him, before he let them also go. And Benjamin is the brother from Joseph. The brother from Joseph, direct by the mother. So he want to keep Benjamin with him, but they don't know that he is Joseph. So Yehuda tell Joseph that his father Yaakov had 2 sons, Joseph and Benjamin. One, Joseph, has been torn to pieces, killed. And now if this should happen to Benjamin, the son of the right hand, this will be the end of Jacob's prosperity as a patriarch. Okay, go to the grave, which is in Hebrew is Sheol, is the underworld, place of no return. You cannot return to the earth. It's in Sheol.
Okay, excuse me.
Yeah.
Is there a possibility why Yehuda still do not recognize the Messiah?
Yeah, it's a reason. There is a reason. It's explained by Paul.
Because of their longingness for the worldly requirements?
There is many reasons, but in the book of Romans, Paul give it so. Just wait. In the chapter 11, he speak about the olive tree. Okay. And he said, and we're going to read from the chapter 11, we're going to read from the verse 1 and verse 2. Can somebody read?
11.
Romans 11, verse 1 and 2.
I say then, as Elohim rejected his people, let it not be. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham. of the tribe of Benjamin.
You see, although he's living in Judah at this time, the 10 tribe has already scattered since more than 700 years. So remain only Judah, Benjamin, and the Levites. And he himself, he said, I am an Israelite. Of the tribe of Benjamin, he is clear, he knows who he is and his function. So now keep going.
Elohim has not rejected his people when he knew beforehand. Or do you not know what the scripture says of Eliyahu, how he pleads with Elohim against Israel, saying, Jehovah, they have killed your prophets and overthrown your altars, and I alone am left, and they seek my life. But what does the answer of Elohim say to him? I have left for myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to Baal.
Yeah.
So therefore also at this present time a remnant according to the choose of favor has come to be. And if by favor it is no longer of works, otherwise favor is no longer favor. And if it is of work, it is no longer favor, otherwise work is no longer work. What then? Israel has not obtained what it seeks, but the chosen did obtain it.
So,
And the
and
rest
instead
were
of Israel,
hardened.
instead of Israel here, you should read Yehuda. What then? Yehuda has not obtained that which he seeks for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Keep going. Now you read, instead of Israel, you read Yehuda.
Yeah. As it has been written, Jehovah has given them a spirit of deep sleep, eyes not to see and ears not to hear unto this day.
Okay, stop. So here I want to look something before we go more, because I think it is there.
They were blinded, okay?
Just wait. Yeah, just wait. What else it is? You see, 29:10. If we read, we see Isaiah 29:10, because he's quoting here that in the verse 8, verse 7 he say, what then? I told you to write Yehuda instead Israel. Yehuda has not obtained that which he keeps, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded, or the hardener. According as it is written, Elohim has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ear that they should not hear, unto this day. Okay? And I wrote here, I tell you 29 cents, this is the quote here. But if you see in chapter 29, verse 1, what does it say? Woe to Ariel, the city where David dwelt. Ariel is a lion in English. Ariel is a lion. And who is a lion? It's not Judah.
Yeah.
This is the son of Judah, you see. Yet I will distress Ariel, and there shall be heaviness and sorrow, and it shall be unto me as Ariel. It shall be unto me as Ariel, you see. And the verse 10, he say,
29:10.
for Jehovah,
Isaiah.
in Isaiah 29:10, for Jehovah has poured out upon you the spirit of deep sleep, and has closed your eyes, the prophet and your rulers, the seer, as he covered. You see, this one is who is quoting here. You know. And I will say, if I have another verse here, on the book of. Just wait.
Yung buka pa. Di, mainit, brother. Hindi ka nainitan, brother. Hindi ka nainitan. Be careful
Hindi
that.
naman, malamok.
Yeah. And you go to Isaiah chapter 7.
Isaiah 7.
He's again speaking to Yehuda. And what does he say? Verse 9 and 10. Somebody read. Isaiah 7, 9 and 10.
9 and 10. It said here, and the head of Ephraim is Shemiron.
Against my error, it's the verse. It's the chapter 6,
Chapter 6,
Chapter
verse 9
6.
and 7. Sorry.
9 and 7.
Yeah.
And he said, Go, and you shall say to his people, hearing, you hear,
Yeah.
but do not understand,
You see.
and seeing, you see, but do not know.
Mm-hmm.
Make the heart of this people fat, and their ears heavy, and shut their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their heart, and shall turn and be healed.
You see. So here speaking to Judah, this is what Paul is speaking now. We go back to Romans chapter 11. He said, what then Yehuda has not obtained that which he seeks for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Verse 8, according as it is written, Elohim has given them the spirit of slumber, eyes that they should not see, and ear that they should not hear. And to this day, the day when Paul is speaking. Now he goes on and on. We could keep going, verse 9.
What do you think of this reason, Aki? Is there a purpose of the future?
We will see the reason in the
prophecy?
parasha. We will see the reason in the parasha. I don't want to give you before the end, because we need to understand that in order to know that the timing of Jehovah is really specific, that has been written, and he goes on to explain. For I speak to you, go him, nations. Translate here Gentile in verse 13. Inasmuch I am the apostle of the Goyim, the nation, I magnify my office. If by any means I may provoke to emulation, then we shall of my flesh, Israelite, okay, of my flesh, Israelite, and myself some of them. For if the casting away of them be the casting away of them, of whom? Of whom? Israelite. Be the reconciliation of the world, what shall the receiving of them but life from the dead? For if the first fruit be kadosh, the lamp is also kadosh. And if the root be kadosh, so are the branches. And if some of the branches be broken off, and you, being a wild olive tree, were grafted in among them, and with them partake of the root and fatness of the olive tree, boast not against the branches, but if you boast, you bears not the root, but the root bears you. Now, to understand this, we have to go to the book of Jeremiah 11, and we see who are the branches who have been cut off. Jeremiah 11, because they always speak from the Tanakh, and he is making now a midrash to explain what he wants to show. Chapter 11, and we read from the verse 15 to the verse 17. For the context, we read the verse 14 to 17.
14
To 17, Also chapter 11, verse 14 to 17.
Okay, let me read it.
Yeah.
You do not pray for these people, or lift up a cry or prayer for them, for I do not hear them in the time that they cry out to me because of their evil.
Oh, you can imagine, he said, no, you don't pray for them. You don't pray for them, I will not hear. Okay, keep going.
Why should my beloved be in my house, and she has done wickedness with many? And does the Kodesh flesh remove your evil from you? Then you rejoice? Jehovah's name has named you green olive tree,
You see, green olive tree. He speak from the olive tree. Okay?
lovely of pleasant fruit, with the noise of a great sound he has lit it on fire, and its branches shall be broken. And Jehovah of hosts, who planted you, has his broken evil against you, for the evil of the house of Israel, and all the house of Yehuda, which they have done against themselves, to provoke me by burning incense to Baal.
We see here clearly that Jeremiah says it's not only Judah, he said the house of Israel and the house of Judah. So the branch we were broken off are not only from Judah, but are from
Both.
Israel.
Both houses.
Yeah, from both houses, right? Now it's very interesting. The olive tree, he called the olive tree when the 12 tribes are together. That is the good olive tree. Now he say he say to the nations, you are from the wild olive tree, and you have been grafted in among them, the good olive tree. Because many people will tell you that the olive tree is only Judah. But it's not what Jeremiah said. Jeremiah said that the olive tree is Judah and the house of Israel. Yeah? And he said, and we then partake of the root of the fathers of the olive tree. Okay? We have seen that. Now the olive tree, we have seen who is the olive tree. Okay? Now, verse 18, boast not against the branches, but if you boast, you bear not the root, but the root do you. The difference here is said here, in the verse 7 we have read, what then? Yehuda has not obtained that which he seeks for, but the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. Oh, what is that? Now he said that the election has obtained it. Why it is a difference now? Where is the difference? Where the difference? Where is the difference between the house of Israel and between the house of Judah? Israel at this time has been scattered since 700 years, right? But we know that Jehovah speak by the prophet Yeshayahu that he will send Yeshua into the world. Yeshua came into the world under the name of Jesus. Jesus, not Yeshua. Don't forget that. The name of Joseph, in the parasha we read today, has been changed by Pharaoh unto Tsepane Paneach. He was no more known in Egypt under Joseph. He was not known in Egypt under Tsepane Paneach. So when the people came to him, they don't come to Joseph. They come to see Tsepane Paneach. And this is the shadows of what happened to Yeshua. Yeshua went into the world.
But it was changed.
But his name was changed into Jesus. So now today, too many doctrines are come to say that the Jesus is a pagan. Yes, true.
Oh, so that is the blindness that came to both houses.
Yes. But we have not to forget, because we are witness, that without Jesus, maybe we were not here, sitting here today together. Right? Because we came to believe on God through Jesus. That is the point we shouldn't forget. That's not the end of the story, but that is never the end of the story. The end of the story is the redemption of our body.
We believe Jesus is before.
The problem is that Satan is so smart that seeing that God is doing something for the house of Israel who has been scattered among the nations, he make a counterfeit church with the Catholic Church to bring confusion. You understand? And he say, okay. He goes there, but I will make also my Jesus, and I will make a counterfeit Jesus. Then what happened? Out of the Catholic Church, come the Reformation. The Reformation in 1500. This is the Protestant. The Protestant is the first step of the separation from the Catholic Church. Okay, they don't recognize Mary. Yeah, and they come into change. They still believe the Trinity, they still believe in anything, but they separate themselves from the Catholic Church. That is what is called the Reformation. And out of Protestant come many groups, what we have today. Included the Seventh-day Adventists, included the Pentecostal, included all these Christian churches that we have today. And that is sect. Because Satan is still working to make his plan to bring confusion. Because he's a father of lie.
So it means those are part of the blindness.
They are part of the yes, they are part of the blindness. But you see here, the election has obtained it, and the rest were blinded. The election. This is among those people in the so many Christian congregation. They are the election, the remnant. Those who have been chosen by Elohim, not by ourselves, chosen by Elohim, and according to His goodness, He has revealed His Son Yeshua unto us at a certain time in life. You understand? And this process is going on, and He explained that. You see, you will say then, the branches were broken off that I may be grafted in. Verse 20 say, well, because of the unbelief they were broken off. Unbelief. I believe that the word is unbelief in English is come from the word emunah. You know, they have lack of trust in Elohim. Okay, be not high-minded, but fear. So he said, if you are being grafted in, you be not high-minded, because all those who have been grafted in the olive tree are not always direct descendants from Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov. They can be from the world. It's no problem, because they're all strangers are welcome. But when they are grafted in, they become Israelite, because Israel is not a natural born, right?
Nowadays, we are not talking about the natural born from Abraham. We are talking about the.
But these are the natural born which has been broken off. Israel and Yehuda, we have seen that in Jeremiah.
Is it not of the faith of Abraham? We are
No.
in the womb of the rock.
No. You have, there is two things. But let me finish it. According to Jeremiah 11, the branch which have been broken off are Judah and Israel. That is so. Okay? And Israel has been scattered many years before Judah. And Judah, the last scattering was in 350 under I don't remember the Roman, when he destroyed completely Jerusalem. He changed the name of Jerusalem in Apollina, Capella Apollina. I think he named Jerusalem Capella Apollina. He even removed the the name. No single stones remain.
What is being preserved there, Aki? Is it the seed of Israel or the faith of Israel?
No, the seed.
The seed.
The seed.
So
From the beginning to the end, Elohim is dealing with the seed of Abraham.
So it
The seed.
means when we say this is the seed of Ephraim, and then been mingled to the world. Let's say if I have a seed of Israel, and then get a wife from the world, and that seed that I have been preserved in the womb,
Yeah.
and when it comes out, that will become the future Israel.
But it is your seed.
But
So
it is
if you are
my
an
seed.
Israelite, it's automatically an Israelite.
No, what I mean is, let's say Philip.
Yeah.
Philip been a Filipino, but he doesn't know he has a
Great father.
great father who is a Ephraimites.
Yeah. Or Jew. We don't know.
So he has that seed
Yeah.
been preserved from him.
Yeah.
That when it comes out from him, goes to a mother who is not Israelite, then the possibility that seed could be a Israelite later when he
Of course.
turned himself to.
Of course.
So
No,
we're still speaking of.
It can be an Israelite even without knowing it.
Yeah. So
As I was so many 30 years.
right now we're still speaking of the physical
Physical
Ephraim.
Israel.
Israel.
But here he's speaking to those who join themselves into Israel, who have been grafted in.
But Israel
Just wait,
need
we're
to
not
be
finished.
grafted.
Hmm?
Israel need to be grafted. That seed.
Of course, because the
need to be
branch have
grafted.
been broken off.
Yes.
But they have become a wild olive tree. He used the same terminology. He say, and if some of the branch be broken off, you've been a wild olive tree.
So
Here we have seen the green olive tree, which is the natural way. But you see, why it's called the wild olive tree? Because they have been mingled into the nations. They have rejected the Torah, they have no more Shabbat, they have no feast. So they have become stranger. Not my people, say in the book of Isaiah. You welcome my people, you are no more my people. But he said to them who are not my people, you will be called sons, lo ami. You will be called sons of the living Elohim.
this is the
So he
strange.
made the promise to restore them again.
This is the strange thing here, Aki. Because prior to that, we do not know about the Torah.
Yeah.
Now suddenly, when the Torah came, and all of us here, when we heard the Torah, we grafted ourselves to the Torah, right?
Yeah.
So in other words, specifically,
We don't graft it ourselves, we become grafted in.
we become.
It is by the will of Elohim, not because of our will.
So specifically, Yehovah knows who the real
Yeah.
one is.
You want to see it? You want to show it? You want me to show you that he knows? You have been choosing him before the creation of the world.
Yes, yes.
He said, "You because we have been." Let me see that.
And we bear the rock. Ephesians chapter.
No, just wait.
Ephesians chapter 4.
In chapter 8 of Romans, Romans chapter 8, verse 29. What does he say? What does he say? Romans 8:29. You have it, Philip?
Yeah.
Then you read it.
Because those whom he knew beforehand, he also ordained beforehand to be conformed to the likeness of his Ben, that he become the firstborn among many brothers.
See? He said he knew.
Beforehand.
Yeah, he knew them beforehand because for Elohim there is no past and present and future. He know. He say for whom he did foreknows, he also did predestinate to be conformed to the image of his son, that he might be the firstborn among many brethren. So this is why we say that Yeshua is our brother. It's not only spiritual, it's physical. Brother. Because in Judah and in Israel there is all brother. They are all brother. Because they come from the same seed. Okay, the seed of Abraham, Isaac and Jacob.
Oh, so this word in verse 29, you cannot pretend to be.
Explain.
There's no pretensions because it said here that to be conformed to the likeness of his Ben,
Yeah.
that he become. I'm sorry, sir. Let me read it the whole.
Yes.
Because those whom he knew beforehand, been ordained beforehand to be confirmed.
Yeah.
Conformed. Conform to the likeness of his Ben.
Yeah.
So in other words, you cannot pretend to be a Torah keeper. It's because you have that ordination. You've been sanctified before.
What happened to us is not by coincidence.
Yes, yes.
It is because we have been predestinated to that.
Yes.
Somewhere Paul say, when the appointed time was come to me, I was chosen from my mother womb. But I was the one who pursued the followers of Yeshua. I wrote the decrees to kill them.
So this is the warning in the book of Revelation that of our careful understanding with those people who comes and show themselves to be say, let's use the word Torah keeper. But when you scrutinize them, they're just showing that they are.
Yeah, that is the parable of the wheat and the tare. Because when Yeshua speak the parable of the wheat and the tare, he tell them that they ask him, shall we pluck the tare? He said, no, because by plucking the tare, you might also remove the wheat. So let's wait the end of the coming of the harvest. At the harvest, we will separate the tare from the wheat. The tare will be put in bundle and we throw into the fire, but the wheat will be kept. Okay, so you see, and this time we are living in a mixed world. But
I'm sorry, excuse me.
yeah,
Okay, in verse 29, they say, a seemingly ako man, to be. This is a future, the word to be is a future perfect tense.
May added naman to be, brother.
Huh?
Be there is added.
I see. It's added.
read the verse 30. Verse
I
30.
see. Okay, good.
Read the verse 30.
So in other words, let's remove the word to be. He also ordained beforehand, conformed to the likeness. So in other words,
He
this is,
predestinate. Here it is written. He also did predestinate, conform to the image of his son, also to become.
no, okay, conform that he become the firstborn among.
Many
So
brethren.
there is a declaration here, okay. So this is imperative that those who are those who've been predestinated, been conformed to the image or to the likeness of his Ben. to become the firstborn among many brothers. There is a imperative and declarative statement here.